FGM predates all monotheistic religions. It was during the period of darkness. It was during the period of Jahiliyyah.
Moro e kitabu jube ku ya koma fele bun kafolu ite keno na millionaire ñun musolu mun yalon ko ke fan kumandi ko activist on le muti ñun milke fan kumandi ko child protection on le muti.
The battle of beliefs. In a nation where religion meets modernity, where culture is intertwined with human rights, a debate has been raging on the religious legality of female genital mutilation, a practice that is deeply rooted in Gambian society.
You go to the Quran, it's not there. When you talk about the hadith, it's a science. People just go about reading. There are millions and millions of hadiths which are being said that the prophet said and which have been proven not to be true. You understand? And since that is the case, even the hadith that they are associating FGM with, they are all weak. They are not authenticated.
Atal Quran kono ni sunno mansaha so ne sunno ni mansaha ya hadisi lamfurin kilin nati min kon kanaki ma fa misa hatta ta hadiso da dafan ta bada ya nati ko kila ku sallallahu alaihi kana yake
hadis ko ne ya la problem o siata wala munem katu ko ibuka long ñin correct ñin man correct ituli hadisol min be na fe ka foko musol la nyaka tota lonna jurumol bijele ko hadisol te sahanola katu ko kuwo min buko ka hadama di mo sufu kendo kuntu wonyanta hadisi jurumol soto la min yalon ko be correct ka tandiko ñin sufu kendo min ka kuntu ala le yambula par ni ye hadisi kilim fula nafe ñi dol ka sahata de dol ka mansa andu ite kam mim fo ko ngake islamo ko o mu ku bale te ku kolem balem
ya fay imam maliki mun fo ndar kato imam shafi'i mun fo je imam abu hanifa mun fo imam ahmad mun fo rahimahumullah ite ñi al imam kensa mu kilim wala na be dalil wa taala wal bur doctorol ko tay ni ko na docteur ko tay defa nan ko na docteur ko tay kila dum mo fani sala ko nali walita kuta la murundi alakan ali amurundi kila kan sallallahu alaihi wasallam bari titaji
anu ni tara lonnal kamen fo ni tara bundal beto sharian kitabul beto siran kitabu de jemi alon ko amma musol la sunnatu tan nati siyata mi alon ko hadiso siyata mi alon ko nati woto ni ayatara fenne mi alon ko a mantara sharian kitabo nyingol lonnal tafano
FGM, it is a sunnah.
Now, one thing I want to say here is that they have been associating FGM with Islam, and it's really disheartening. This has nothing to do with our religion. It is more of culture and tradition rather than religion.
So Islam man fentu je ala ko ma farratna fil kitabi min shay man fentu kitaboto ya famule.
If it was about religion, we would never have reached a law, because I will not undermine or question my religion. I'm a Muslim, like any other person, and a practicing Muslim. You understand?
Nyaka to tafan and the same thing. It will ka mol bini ya lon ko ka foko Islam olem nangama nang. Kila ya tarajela yo birabe kala annabi yo mota ya tarade mol bije mini ya lon ko siyate be makaje mini ya lon ko la family kono e ka musol samba nyaka to bara akuyamoto nyaka to bare ya anata je ko nyin kol be janjandi ne mo jamal mini ya lon ko e lafita duna dino kono wol kanyin kele andum mi important wo wato wolem kamol dundi dino kono bare amman la fi kube kuto kawol ke mini ya lon ko mol be borla e islam mo la
mo dino net moro e kitabo jube ku ya koma fele bun kafolu ite keno na millionaire ati ite balundi nona ala le si balundi dukare mbe danele kana fa ini nyin ka folbe do kola ka islamo tora abula birin sani chance be buru isi balu nya nyimala ila balu be ala dorna buru.
We have looked at it from various levels, using different modules from the health perspective, from religious dimension, from culture and tradition, from women's rights, children's rights, and also from the viewpoint of the circumcises. And through that advocacy, we have heightened knowledge about the harm it does on the sexual and reproductive health rights of women.
FGM is not affecting the life of the young girls or the ladies.
Ekanyim bondi muso bala aka media la wulindi muso bala manche ko wala mu mediat aka wulindi le adamma manke fewti min ka media wulindi because ni o dia be yelo la kono mo ko moji ka fa yelo dia tanye okay
kila bukan malu mola bukan ngoma mola fasa fo kana nying kat ala yakina wala kam to kamuso la sunno fenne mi alonko dino lamu kila la yamaro sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Lenyala
They are steeping into traditions and culture to say that it cannot change. That is wrong. And the women are not speaking. It is the National Assembly members and some few religious scholars who are talking. Some National Assembly members and some religious scholars who are talking.
Gambia Ministry of Health ye kibarul fonyal ye detail na fe la ngalon nako it will come in for type 1 wala bijan okay type 1 bijan bar type 2 bijan ne type 3 bijan wo hannat bari nata doctorol nyininka ku ni fengo fem mu jarale fengoti buka ci sariyangote ite buka kitiyo tay wala natara inin iman doctorol lam iman expert sol lam nin ku keta islamo to mi yalon ko kubale jannin tolbe kuma fala ku woto nka expert sol lam
doctorol min yalon kale kodo dila aliyo duku iban sila ihayita alala ila doko ma samani anyama nkoy report kilinat loptanoto mimba fala ko musukari be wulu wala la afata because of ya nyakale ina soto hanisa ibe fani afoka akayalola bon jak fal ko tonyan tawti all you are saying about the female circumcision is rubbish afatan
lonna la jero fataji doliaje ko wajibi wala muso nyandakela doliaje ko hana man ka wajibiti fenne mi yalon ko aka muso senandle anum fanan e muso la buñalem woto ñim kufulo le beje kaje ko e muso la buñalem muso la senalem.
But so far we've not recorded any pregnancy related deaths associated with female genital mutilation or cutting or circumcision. For the bleeding and others, usually when you are doing the comparison, you should look at the denominator, the number down, and the numerator, that's the number up. So when you are doing the analysis, you should look unbalanced. Yes, we do have some complaints. Majority of the complaints that I get related to female genital mutilation is women will come with their partner and say they cannot penetrate. But I can tell you 90% when we assess is either the woman is afraid or there is fear. And majority of them, when we give them reassurance, they continue with their marital relationship, and some of them will even get children.
Soon, long term, somebody who's done at 5, when she's going to labor delivery, you can have complications there. You can even have neonatal complications, like the child who is coming out could have difficulties. It can also lead to long-term things like painful and unpleasant sexual intercourse, psychological trauma, loss of motivation, anxiety, depression, and many others. The position from health is that We think that this is harmful, and the best course of action is to educate people, ensure that this is stopped, and we don't continue this injurious practice to our girls and our women.
So the advice I have for the young ones or for those that are against FGM is that nintaraku itat bulana no kami mo fana mo leta mam nyakato e kana fako kami mo kanata nyakato yaka by choice de.
Because if I tell you don't do this and this is harmful or you are not supposed to do this, you understand, to another person, some people are saying that we should allow people to do it, where make it optional. How can you make it optional when you have the decision over the child when she was born up to the time they become 18? You have the voice over them. You can't do anything on them. Because if it is optional, your option means I want to circumcise my girl, you will go.
But san diamo be demento. Wala mun yintik mennu kaake mennu bukake mo man fem fole bar mennu kaake sebe lori walel nom.
Ibe min kelake. Mfa mutayem mabo mbute ya mon le bute min efisandelt. Wala Senegal president ya labi ngabre ya soron. Ina soron ba. Ala ya parendi min kam fasi kewti. Yusuf alayhi salam ma soron. Bare ala ya parendi min kam aketa walati.
There should have been a clear standpoint, even if it was Islam that prescribed it, and they have found evidences of destruction of the health and well-being of women. Their voices will stand higher than what is than the Sharia. That is, I think, that is well known.
Ndal mandan salo da makarona, mandan suno karona, mandan venko karona. Islam is way of life, complete way of life.
As nation's lawmakers are set to debate on the proposed bill for a third time, whether to give it a yes or no, the fate of thousands of young girls hangs in the balance. The bill has, however, split division among Gambians, as scores of people, including high-profile Muslim clerics, want the law to be scrapped off in the country's law books, while women rights activists who denounce FGM are, however, championing for the law to remain.
Of course, having reached that level, we were able to have a law in place, and it is the responsibility of the law bearers, and that is the government, to ensure that this law remains and being strengthened to protect the innocent girl about FGM.
So, mbejikirin ko ye mumfo ning ayatare tatake. Wala munti ko be gila society le kata molu nyeninka ngani wakata mbajela ko majority hannim min bukata ol ba falele ko ali nyimbula fitno kana tarbanko ka.
They have right to say whatever they do. Let them go out and talk to the people. When you go to the ones that are enlightened, they will get the right information. But if they choose to go to where places that people have not reached yet, the likelihood is that's what they know. They will say it should be there. But then the state has to take its responsibility in making sure that this is about the law. It has nothing to do with religion. If it was about religion, it would not reach the stage of a law. Because you go through processes.
Ntolde Gambia jam. Ntolbe lari men sontala. Gambia lo nali be. Wala mu musolla nyaka tamu sunnolet.
And if it was our religion, I will never come out, and many other people will not come out. Who is more religious than Imam Babali, who comes from a line of imamate?
Melni Imam Abdullah Fati. Sheikh Imam Abdullah Fati ma oy ko nim Sheikh Imam Abdullah Fati. Pour man Babali la, I'm happy with Babali. Abuga suma tour bi. Mom ci bopam ñi and ak mom ñe and nañ ci ne ñetti jongali dafa haram ne way dog tuuti loolu dagan na ma ne dal tuuti ci yarami doomi aadama saka cër bu mel noonu so sensitive ak bi ma utee ñoom ca suñ dayal ba ñu ne ñette yi am Gambia bu laa taxaw ne leen waxuma la ñette yi waaye juróom yi sax ngi Gambia dañ xamut lii suñ liggéey la juróomi mboolem xeeti jongal yi mu ngi Gambia docteur yaa ngi nii am na ñu ma toll ci taabul bi xam naa maa ñoo ma nekkoon Amérique bañ koo liggéey du ma tudd kenn nag kon ci tënka lii suñ demoon benn sunna la ñun ñëpp ñu ne sunna la d'accord sunna la lanay sunna mooy loo dem ba mag tànnal ko sa bopp te bu ci lor ne man aji Màkka farata pila la ci islam waaye nguur gi ak àddina si yëpp ak waa Màkka ñu ne balaa ngaa dem Màkka demal dog seeta wérgu yaram su d'accord wér nga mun ngaa dem ñëwal su d'accord bàyyil ponk boobu te du teen jullit sa kan bee gënal islam aj bi
so wala imamiya amon correct kata te yalon alay mune fo lutu kanke yatu ayalon kila e mune fo sallallahu alaihi wasallam naka nyum kusi falu support abe possible la pour naitar line killing oka islam wala against anama long asalon ko aka islam wala against ala principle to mini yalon ko manke nyo wali bundati.
And many others who are out there in the rural areas who are highly educated and know that it is not in the Quran and it's not in any authentic hadith. And now based on the evidence that the medical evidence is there and all what it takes.
It is sonnantel nisi. Wa almamula ala kataliye kata for the sonnantel nisi. Alwato ya tarudla lonna. Imam Babali lota gamko trap fejan ala alfa kilinti jamiye support ala tribe kata nyakato kon la tribe kata nyami ya family Imam Babali lota chagoli fejan mi yalon ko ala family kilinti jabe diala min fo ndafle lote fe nganaje ko abe kafo min kono hansa bar resign wo kafo le president Barrow save ka faye ko ay son gela jin bankun kan kenin ke futu muslimu se futu Imam Babali mar resign abe fe
karinde wuluta damento na sato ibe ka musul sunnal bilintol mumunyul bar namana moy mo fata jede namana moy kuwe mosoto annunta wuluta badibule kabo kerewan kada fara feñ namana moy ko kar ñul le kar say kar sama sunno kar fata namana moy
ni advocate on bebe keri ni gam ko trap ni fenkol be e ka meme fo tuba wol yemin fo e ka wala sayinka kuma ko tatebulu.
It's not about isotitory. It's not about Gamco trap. It is about how can people be trained, be exposed for you to stand up. You don't believe in what you were doing. Maybe it was because of the resources we are giving. This is what is happening. It's so disappointing. And God will judge.
Ndamla ala la long. Kila sallallahu alaihi wasallam be wala noma. Wala na nebe nyone ne kan. Ya family.
There are other ethnic groups in this country who don't do it and they are devout Muslims. How do you see that contradiction?
Kila sallallahu alaihi wasallam la ta'ata li makhluqin fi ma'siyatil khaliq. Dafa manyan nabula la dafa no mami yalan ko ala soko nabiyi. So nin ku sabati tambulu alquran ta sabati tambulu sunnat ni na te kon kana ke fanna batante.
And therefore, we have done extensive research. This is work that I have done in my master's thesis, and I did extensive research into it. And I have seen what is going on, and I am a victim. So I am speaking from the position of a survivor and from the position of a woman who have gone through the practice and felt that it should not happen to any other woman.
So say, it can fail for the monkey toilet, huh? Monkey nyama toti. Nkamunfo nga karande. Nga lonne. Dr. Oldi amutaja mini alonko Dr. Lebuiti. Dr. Jack Falmi sampulo leti. Rahimahullah. Alama ala yamfulama. So alkamune nyinu nkoteke.
Bare nga nyenyu nka ni atrawul kobe hadama do la right level. fo cewle buka fenne kuntu wala padba muna ne man diamo la oto fenne beje kata cewle fanan katale ande ka fenne kuntu bala ande ka femme le naturality kodi bari ka bonni balle.
It is a matter of semantics. You see, it's very difficult to talk to a group of people who don't do research or who don't actually take time to investigate what is female circumcision and what is circumcision and what is female genital mutilation. So that one, I leave it to the academics, and I want to leave it to those who understand and have done research, because I will be saying something futile, listening to them. Having been to the National Assembly, I have been to the National Assembly. I have heard the debates and the trends of the debate and what they are talking about.
Tunda muso besi kumakanga chila dipitelie banko musilimolu jamfata litoluwatila ngalonko nenyi sai kwenye luwaye tuje ka aitani ko momo edingo samba sunnoto mo kurungala muti katuka mo kurungala samba perisina ya aitani ko mo kurungala muti o musilimolu jamfalet andu wona na te watila ndol man sila ka o sata fa momo e wasai na te watila asorita nambang adukundita bang ate watila wala nankoyo ko banko muslimolu jamfa talu atolu watila tubabol mini ka kodo dile ko e ka musuyale fasa nko en ko hane dede ni musuya fasa dam malam ndolla jan sainte hanna trambe sulan ngalla ma koy rola ndolla hajobe talari na domande alta Filistin ba ibe mennu kenyol faka anila dinningolu fol manke musoti ba munati nete wol ma koy la janni be woltula nan koma ibina folaje ko kan dollel makoy ila makoy roman taade en fenna fo ngana ndingol samba sunnoto nyine mu hakili doyate woton ko wala nan kaloke kalisaba ngoy ko billahi wallahi tallahi ibe faniyal baradol dibiden ni al nene ko dola alisiyo taw ka fulade.
The answer lies in the hands of the National Assembly members as they prepare to cast their votes and saved the course of history. The battle over FGM legislation rages on, a testament to the enduring struggle between tradition and progress, culture and human rights, as the nation stands on the brink of change.
I am looking at what I saw the last time on the 18th. I was there. I observed the deliberations. It was not impressive. This is my personal view. People who we felt are being chosen to make laws for the country. Progressive laws irrespective of what that will promote the freedom and fundamental rights of vulnerable people, protect them, create a safe environment and safeguard their interests.
But ko député lu 100% abe muslim ala yang haraje jaw sa dawra jawara kayraba jawara rahimahullah muslim president jamme muslim president baro muslim so ndel manya na kumbola nyimbankunka tonya
comme fulo ka fanyame yado ala ko batira honum adien dum fof wolem ta duron fente kelela muni obe sabu aka fuko ala ke duron aka dolna fala buka mun nafa ala nga bula completely wolem dia modi
bannon kumbo tan tanol be kumbolande e kana jube ko na musilmol kumbondi pour itanol yesewo wallahi mintel kumbo tan tanol be kumbolade.
One question remains: what legacy will we leave for future generations?
I feel very sorry, very disheartened. I got all sorts of insults. The organization has been threatened. A lot of things have happened, and they are talking a lot, but we will continue to do our work. Our work is to go out, raise funds, whether it is from the West, from our government, from any individual, any philanthropist who has the money. If you give it to us, we will do the needful to ensure that the law is not repealed, to create awareness and educate the people, to make sure that we move in a progressive trajectory and not to bring us back 200 years back.
Malla fi fitno la imbankun kan. Malla fi mamman imbankun kan. Yembula na dina ya mar min nan ga man ku doke. Mammo force by force eta. Bo kanam force ka fu ko itita.
No, all I want to say is that I want us to promote peace in this country. peace and peaceful coexistence is very important for this fledgling democracy.
Ba fulal be ko salidima alama alayna batol be muta ayna jungol be kafare be sa kata be min fala be min kala ke kuti mi yalan ko nga kala mutale adun anu alala landiro fanan tata ka to konti bota bayila be nyim banko kanja lumbe silambe tarla kotole so luwato momo ni la baro da mala be tarlaje ibadin tije organisation tije palace tije be kanyon ding ala nyatilo la fonna barolu wala men tamin la nyola to nga katan no barolu ni nya bake ye bete ya ye kende ya be ala dani la fa ala sin tanka shaytano sifa bela adama den shaytan jinna shaytan maruf wala shaytan su shaytan fan shaytan ala kisa bela nya jawda bar jaw almanal be ki salala alma kayro sabat la nyim bankun kan ala kanam fitna al kanam mo ko ta fitna alman da mal jarbu la nyola alma shaytanu sun lan tema sallallahu ala nabina muhammadin wa alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in.